Happy, healthy Wednesday out here. It's a little gray, but that's Syracuse for you. I want to take you through a little bit of a story when I was growing up, and maybe some of you guys can relate to this. I remember going to funerals. I remember going to wakes. Things are a little different now than they used to be, but I can remember going to Ferrone's funeral home or Piro's funeral home when I was little, and going to my relatives' funerals and wakes. And I thought today about my grandparents, and I remember, I guess I think more from my grandfathers. I remember glimpses of my grandfather, Giuseppe, but I didn't know him. I didn't have a relationship with him. He passed far too early. And then I think of my mother's father, Antonio Toscano, and when I think of him, I had a really great relationship with him right up until I was in my early 20s, and until he passed. And I thought how wonderful those memories are to have spent so much time with my grandfather, Antonio. I mean, just to sit there and watch a football game, and to work with him in his garden, and to hear his stories when he talked about fighting in World War II, and to cook with him in his kitchen and make lentil soup, and really enjoy my life to such a great degree. And he brought so much joy, and hopefully I'm sure I brought joy in his life along with the other grandkids. And when you think about that, you have to think about the distinction between the two. You know, one of my grandfathers was under a lot of stress. He didn't take very good care of himself. And one of my other grandfather was the opposite. You know, he took really good care of himself. Ensured he walked every day, watched what he ate on a regular basis, ate from the garden. He wasn't somebody that was a big drinker. He wasn't somebody that was a heavy smoker. He wasn't somebody that lived his life in a high stress environment. And the difference between those two people is the quality of their life. So when you think about now, when you think about today, it's the little things that we do that have a tremendous and profound effect on how we're going to be as a grandparent. And if we're even going to be around, and if we're going to be around as a great grandparent, right? And then what capacity are you going to be in as a grandparent? In other words, are you going to be in a chair, on a walker, or are you going to be able to have a relationship and walk and again, be functional? And it's something we all want to do, and I appreciate that. We all want to do those things, but I think we forget sometimes because it seems so far removed that what we do today is consequential to what's going to happen 30, 40, 50 years from now or more. It seems so far removed. Think about an example I like to use is brushing your teeth. It's 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. It seems almost, like I said, inconsequential. It seems like a meaningless couple of minutes in the morning to brush your teeth, yet done 2 times a day over a long period of time has a tremendous impact on the health and quality of your teeth. Now they know your immune system is greatly improved by taking good care of your teeth. Your cardiovascular health is greatly improved by taking good care of your teeth. So something so simple and so meaningless in the moment, done consistently, has a profound effect on our life as the decades pass. So what you eat, that meal, that bad choice that we make, and again, not to knock anybody down, but those choices that we're making in the morning, those things that we're not doing, right? I mean, not doing something is still a choice, right? It's still an action. It's an action of inaction, right? So not taking a walk, not reading a book to put me in a good place, not making that necessary phone call, not taking that walk, not making an effort to maybe figure out what I should eat that day to improve my health, not working on the relationship, not making those little teeny weeny steps. Good morning, Amy. Not making those teeny weeny little steps that are necessary that have an enormous impact on the quality of your life. And I'll tell you what's even more important, and it's something we often don't think about. It has such a tremendous impact on the lives of other people. You know, because my grandfather Antonio was conscious in those moments to say, hey, listen, I'm going to make some deliberate efforts to take really good care of myself. Not only was his life better, but everyone around him, their life was better because he was around with us, you know, and we got to learn from him and be with him and celebrate our heritage and set traditions and really have an impact on our lives in such a positive way. It's interesting, as a chiropractor, my grandfather Antonio, he went to a chiropractor, you know, even before it was popular, and you know, sometimes it was held under a greater degree of scrutiny in those days. He went to the chiropractor every 2 weeks to get adjusted to keep his body healthy, and again, he ate well and he exercised, not on an exercise machine, but he took a walk every day and made sure he was in the garden. And he would tell me that, you know, Joey, I need to stay active and I need to stay moving, and you know, that's so important for me in order to stay healthy. And that's what I want to bring to you guys. You know, my life is dedicated to inspiring people. I think sometimes, I don't know that we need more information. I think we're totally overloaded on information. And I think what most of us need is to be inspired. We need to be inspired to, like, wow, you're right. I need to get up and take a walk. I need to read that book that I haven't been reading. I need to watch a couple of videos on YouTube that put me in a positive place. I got to stop that pattern of, you know, watching the negativity of the news or watching the negativity of things on Facebook, and you know, surrounding myself with happy people, surrounding myself with people that inspire me. You know, those little steps done consistently have an enormous impact on the quality and certainly the outcome of your life. So certainly over 30 years here in my practice, that's what I've done. I've dedicated the days that as a chiropractor, that when I come in, it's not, you know, certainly you care about when people hurt and don't feel well, and I get that, and that's that window of action. Like, Dr. Joe, I haven't been taking care of myself and I don't feel good, right? But my goal isn't to get you well enough to where you can go back and do what you were doing before, which was ignoring it or neglecting it. My goal is to do just the opposite. It's to inform you and inspire you to take great care of yourself. You know, I'm not here as your priest. I'm never going to get angry at somebody if they don't follow through with those recommendations. My door's always open, as I say, my arms are always open to embrace you. But in the end, the goal here is to give you a better life. It's to give you a better opportunity to have a great relationship with your grandkids and your great-grandkids. My job here is to ensure that, hey, you take care of you first. You know, with my men in here, a lot of times with their, the blue-collar guys, the guys that work hard, you know, I use that example a lot. You know, they'll take care of their Harley Davidson and they'll take care of their pickup truck, and they're the most neglected piece of equipment in their garage. And it has to be the opposite. You know, you have to be the best maintained piece of equipment in your house. Because if you're sick, you know, any of us had the flu or, you know, some kind of an illness, I mean, what's the quality of your life? You could have the most beautiful car sitting in the garage, but if you feel lousy, it's meaningless, right? You can have the most beautiful house, but it's meaningless, right? You could have lots of money in the bank, but it's meaningless, right? Without your health. So it's certainly something that we need to look at first, and we need to spend not every dollar we have, and certainly not every minute of the day, but we certainly need to spend a little bit more time focusing on taking care of us so that today's better, tomorrow's even better, and when I'm a grandfather or a great-grandfather, I don't want my kids to know me through my obituary. I don't want my grandkids to know me through an obituary. I want my grandkids to know me because I can take a walk with them, take them in the garden, tell them some stories, have some fun, hug them, kiss them, spend time with them. And it's what we do now each and every day that determines our ability to be healthy and well, so that all of us can have an Antonio Toscano, all of us can have that relationship with our great grandfather, and really spend time with them and love them and have a better life. And then in the end, that's what we all want. Isn't that what we all want? We all want a better life. So I hope you guys have a great day today. I hope you appreciate some of the videos we're putting out for you. Make sure you like them and share them with other people if you have some loved ones in your life that you think maybe there's a message that rings true and you'd like to share it with them. We're right in Cicero. I love taking care of people. We're here every day to still take care of people, even with some of the craziness. I think people need to be better taken care of now more than ever with everything going on. So we're here in the office. The link to give us a call and connect with us is right in the description. I have had a lot of requests by people that say to me, hey, listen, Doc, I've got a relative or a friend, somewhere else in the country, and I'd love them to see you, but obviously, it's not convenient for them. So just reach out or have them reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to connect them with a chiropractor, a doctor that takes care of people like we do, and puts their interests ahead of their own and is really going to get them and their family healthy. Just let me know and I'll make sure I find somebody that's going to take great care of them, regardless of where they are on the planet, okay? Hey, I love and appreciate you guys. Big hug, a big warm embrace to all of you guys through the gift of our electronics right now until things settle down. And like I said, I'm here to take care of people. So if you're out there and you're ready to step out, we've made a lot of concessions here in the office to make it safe and healthy and fun for you to come in and get care and make sure you're properly taken care of, get that essential care so your body's working the way it's supposed to and you got good function and you got good health. And hopefully I'll talk to you here soon. Talk to you guys later this week. Love you.